G'day folks, it's time for an afternoon of exploratory fishing in the hills of northeast Victoria.
Hey you!
You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now the first thing you'll notice is that I'm filming my introduction at the end of the day. The sun has just set over my shoulder. That's because I decided to come up here and do a bit of fishing, a bit of exploring. I went and fished a trout stream that I caught fishing quite a few years ago. I was wondering whether there were still any fish there or not, so I went there first and I had a mediocre kind of a trip, and then I came to this spot here where I caught a blackfish a few years ago to see whether there was many blackfish here, and I've had a mediocre kind of a session. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put both of these sessions into this one video for you to enjoy. So the first half of the video I'm trout fishing and the trout are playing hardball, and then I end up here in this stream chasing some blackfish. I hope you enjoy this video. I haven't fished this creek since I caught a 50 centimetre monster with Andy Marshall a couple of years ago. G'day folks, this afternoon I'm going to go for a quick walk up this stream and see whether there's any trout here or not. I fished here a few years ago with my friend Andy Marshall, and the video is on my YouTube channel. If I can find it, I'll put a link to it above. But I caught a huge big brown trout around 50 centimetres long, and it was the only fish that we saw that day. So I don't know whether there are any fish still in here or not. I don't think the creek's dried up since then, but it has gotten very low. I don't know whether whether any more fish have recruited into the stream or whether they've all gone. Yes, a trout just swam into the back of the pool. We're sitting here in the rapids. That's good. That is a good sign. That is a very good sign. Might do better than I thought. Excellent sign. It's unfortunate that I spooked the fish, but it's fortunate that I saw the fish. Some bow waves coming down the creek there. It's a bit unusual. The size of the bow wave. What's going on here? The fish is in the bottom. Just wondering where my soft plastic went to, I think. Come on, hit it. You know you want it. I think there's quite a large fish in there. Now, I've seen a couple of bow waves in there, but nothing come out after my lure. I'm going to make the call now, nice and early, and I'm going to change the lure. I just think that if that fish was at all interested, it would have at least turned and followed it, but there was nothing. I'm going to a blue bottle nymph, which is black with a bit of blue on the claws. It's cricket season. There's a lot of crickets around at the moment, and they're black, so I reckon I want to stick with something really dark like a cricket. Ooh, fish followed that then. Take it, he's followed it. Looks like a brownie. He's turned around and come down here. There's a little weeny one there. There must be two in this pool, because the first one looked quite a bit bigger. Wasn't a big fish, but there he is. Actually, it's not a bad sized fish. I can see him there now. He's about 30 centimetres. We've got a visual on him right there now. My spinner, my lure, just about spooked him then. Right there. There. Oh, well, I found it. I feel there was two fish. There was a little one there as well. There he goes. Cannot see a thing. That landed in the water. I saw the splash. That's a start. There's waves. There must be something following it. Something is following it. Something's following that. Take it. He's a good one. They are not hungry. Right, I've changed to this Gracie minnow that came in a tackle club box a couple of years ago, but I only just realised when I finished tying it on that it's only got 2 hooks at the back. But anyway, not going to matter how many hooks. You can have 100 hooks on the back. If it's not getting strikes, it's not going to matter. The first things first is to try and get the strike. If I can get fish to strike this lure, then I'll worry about hookup rates. because I haven't had a single strike on the soft plastic. Oh, it's waves. What made them waves? There's nothing following my... Oh, yes there is. Got him! Ha ha! Finally! Finally! That didn't take long at all. He's a lovely brown. Look, I reckon the water's a bit warm in here for these fish, so I'm just going to unhook it, get it straight back in. He's a beautiful brown. They're gone. Look, there he goes. That has taken me so long to catch that fish. Well, folks, I tried something different. I took a bit of a risk. Fished somewhere I haven't fished for years. I'm going to say the risk did pay off because I did see quite a few fish and I saw some good quality fish. G'day folks, I'm standing on a bridge. Right, now under this bridge that I'm standing on is a little stream, a little creek, and last year I caught a couple of blackfish in here. So I've come up here right on sunset this evening to see if I can catch a blackfish in this creek. And while I, just before I went to film my introduction, a fish rose out in the middle of the creek there. So there is fish in the creek of some kind. Let's go and chuck a worm on, see if I can catch a blackfish. I'm going to just walk down the creek and get in down there and make my way up under the bridge and fish this hole here, and there's another hole around the corner that I fished last time I was here. Have to be very careful where I put my feet here. Last year Loretta and I were standing on that bridge and I caught a blackfish off the bridge, a two-spined blackfish, and we also saw a tiger snake. It's a very snaky looking spot, so I'm just going to be very careful where I place my feet. I'm just putting on a single janjuck worm and eyeing off that deep hole there, but I don't seem to have a great deal of worms in here. I think I'm down to my last 4 or 5 worms, so I better try and stretch them out a bit. If I catch any fish, I better try and reuse the same worm for as long as I can. Now last year when I fished this pool I never saw a fish. Doesn't mean they're not here this year. Usually if there's a fish there... Oh, there's a fish! I was going to say, usually if there's a fish there, you'll catch it pretty quickly. It's a redfin. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Well, folks, I'm on the board. Just not with what I was after. I might slide that a bit deep. I'm going to get that hook back and get my worm back. Sorry, redfin, today's not your lucky day. Some people will be upset with me for killing this fish, and some people will be upset with me if I put it back. So I've just got to do what I think's right. See you later, mate. In the words of Chris Tucker, you dead. I just dipped my fingers in the water and it's actually very cold. Is that a bite? Bite. Something's biting that straight away. I can see them. There's heaps of them there. I think they're galaxias. Last time I was here I caught quite a lot of galaxias, which is actually one of the reasons I killed that redfin. Got him. Oh, he got off. I've got galaxias picking at my worms. Galaxias are little minnows about 3 or 4 inches long, but I think I'll leave them and continue looking for a blackfish, just because I don't have a lot of worms with me. Remember that bridge that I was standing on when I filmed my introduction? There it is. I mentioned earlier that Loretta and I saw a tiger snake last time we were here. It was just in here and amongst all these rocks. Well, this is quite disappointing. Last year when I was here, the creek came down through there. There was a cascade and a big deep pool right where I'm standing. This is all a big deep hole. The pool's no longer here. There is a pool up there. The floods, last year's floods, have completely rearranged the creek. There's a bite. Is that a blackfish? Whatever it is taking me straight under there. Got me snagged. Well, I'm a bit disappointed that this has all changed here. I might go back down to that first hole where I caught that redfin and just leave my line for a little while. See if a blackfish comes out from under those logs. Might just leave that in there for a while. Put it there and just let it sit. Wait for a bite. It's a bite. Oh, whatever it is bloody pulled the fishing rod in. Still there. Got him. That is a blackfish, I'm pretty sure. If that was a Galaxia, that was a bloody big one. I'll put it back in and try again. Getting a bite. Oh, that's a big bite. Got him. What have I got? It's a blackie. It's a tiny, weeny little blackfish. That was a big bite for a small blackfish. Well, I've got what I can. It's a two-spined blackfish. I'll get a photo of him. Lovely little two-spined blackfish. See you later, mate. Off he goes. I can see him swimming down into the depths. Awesome. Right, I've just re-threaded my worm back on. I'm just going to put it straight back down where it was. I have caught the two-spined blackfish up over 30 centimetres. I think 31 or 32 is my record. Only just over 30, but I have caught them over 30. 30 centimetres is the minimum size limit if you wanted to keep one. I've got a blackfish catch and cook video, and if you watch that you'll see there's not a lot of meat, even on a 31 or 32 centimetre size blackfish. They're a very slender fish. Here we go, there's one on there, I reckon it's bent over. Yep, oh, he got off. Folks, I've just caught a fish. It was a bit of a fluke. Pretty sure it's another blackfish. It is another blackfish. Another two-spined blackfish. It's a bit of a fluke that I caught this fish. I put my line in while the camera was off. I just moved it, and then I don't like where that is, and I pulled it back out. It was in the water for literally about 5 seconds. I sat up here for about 5-10 minutes without a bite. Then I moved it, and I caught this beautiful little blackfish. Now I'm going to get this release with my mobile phone because it's got a bit of light with it. Little blackfish. See you later, mate. Off he goes. I might just put that in there just for a couple more minutes. I'll show you what I've done. I put it in like that. I set it down there. I wasn't filming. I looked at it and I thought, that might was a bite there now. Got him. Oh, I missed him. That's exactly what happened. What just happened then, the moment I put it in, a fish bit it. Exactly what just happened then was exactly what happened before when the camera wasn't rolling. I might just have to hold this rod. There's no straight away bite. Got him. Oh, bigger one. Oh, yeah. Oh, he got off. I was just about to say he might even nearly be a 30 centimetre, the elusive 30 centimetre blackfish, but it got off. I'll just pick my rod up to move it. There's a fish on the end. Got him. Oh, yes. There's a bigger one. He's not 30 centimetres, but he's quite a bit bigger than the last couple. He's up there. Certainly up there. He's probably 27. Oh, he probably is nearly 30 centimetres. What a beautiful blackfish that is. Absolute ripper. That's what I came for. He's a very nice blackfish. Righto, blackfish. See you later, mate. Oh, off he goes. There he goes. That's actually a very large blackfish for the northern side of the Great Dividing Range. Well, folks, I've had an absolute blast. There certainly are blackfish in this creek. The trout were playing hardball, but I managed to almost catch one. It's been a wonderful afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Thank you all very much for watching.